Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? We are back. We apologize for the hiatus last week.
Small hiatus.
Things happen. But what is up? I am the best in the world. To my left is my man Tony Forge.
What's up?
Welcome to another episode of the Piledriver. We got some stuff we're gonna talk about tonight, and I'm really excited about our guest tonight. I put it in the comment or in the description, so it wasn't like I was trying to keep it a secret. It was a last minute guest, but tonight we will be joined by none other than Pedro DeLuca, one of, if not the greatest announcers in the area. All right, Pedro is top notch. If you've been to a show around here, you've definitely seen him or for sure heard his voice.
Right.
But yes, we will have Pedro on. I definitely got some questions for him. He's been around here for a long time in this area, so he definitely knows the history. Just, some of the pictures he posts from past events with our own Brandon Xavier in them. Young Brandon Xavier wrestling. Dio Salvador, among countless others, that have went on to just WWE, TNA, AEW fame. So we'll have Pedro in here, and we'll get to talking with him a little bit. But we do have some events coming up. We have RSW's got some events coming up on the horizon we're going to touch on. Obviously, we won't get too much into them right tonight because they are a couple weeks away.
Yes.
And then when we do get Pedro on, because he will be at the event this weekend with us, NEOPro Wrestling returns to the Diamond Royale in Canton for Last Call. Really excited for this event, man. It seems like NEOPro's put a focus on their women's division in this, and all the matches are anything goes.
Yeah, originally I thought it was going to be a all women's show,
Yes.
but they've announced a couple of other matches, and they have a mixed tag in there, and so it's going to be a good show.
I believe it's NEOPro's first intergender tag team match ever.
Okay.
So it will be, it's a big deal, and we know some of the competitors in it. So I'm more than excited to see this one.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about this. We got RSW. Like I said, we'll go over the card real quick. Obviously, we'll get into more detail. The Hunt for Red October 18th down in Clarksburg. I actually haven't looked at my calendar yet. I might be making this show. I might ride down and you'll see why here in a little bit, because I know who's on this show. We'll see. But we have the Greenhorns, Lexus Sin, and Anthony Rucker going up against Caden Andrews and Colton Quinn. And right there, that team right there on the right, that's why I might ride down with my boys.
Okay, right.
Chris Onyx and Brazi Suave, the West Side Luchadors, going up against the Unappreciated. Jill said she had to hop on YouTube because Facebook wasn't working.
Oh, we didn't get any messages about that.
Yeah, I didn't get anything saying Facebook wasn't working. Let's check it out.
Weird.
Let's check it out while we're here. But yeah, we got the Feisty Boys going against Saturday Night Special. Big tag team match. Vance Desmond, after winning up here in Parma and getting that number one contendership, will be cashing it in and going one-on-one with Vinny Maverick. I got Lex. Yeah, I'll say Tim said Facebook's working for him. I got it. It's working for me.
I think we're good. Maybe it's just a Jill issue.
Sorry, Jill.
Unfortunately.
Bobby
Sorry,
said
Jill.
Facebook's
Yeah, YouTube's
cooking.
good. YouTube should be good.
But yeah, we appreciate it on YouTube. Go ahead and stay over on YouTube, Joe. That way we get double platform love. We appreciate it. But yeah, Vinny Maverick will be defending against Vance Desmond. Not too familiar with Drew Ryans, and I'm still yet to see my boy Lee Swiger in action, but I am hype on this match. As always, the fire ass four-way will be cooking, and the RSW Heavyweight Championship will be on the line as Rico De La Vega defends against Logan Taylor. But that like I said, that will be.
Yeah, I got an echo.
Do you? Tony had an echo for a second, but
I
that's
don't know.
okay. You have an echo sometimes, not all the time.
No, it's. I don't. Do you have headphones on?
I do not have headphones on.
That's why.
Do you want me to go get my headphones? I will.
I mean, or we'll have an echo.
All right. Talk to the people. I'll be right back.
Here, I'll throw up the NEOPro last call. What is that? October 4th. That's this Friday, I want to say. Saturday. This Saturday, NEOPro last call. Is it like a triple extreme 3? I want to say too. Are they doing it outside this time? You think, man?
I don't think they will be doing it outside.
Man,
hold on. Check.
I was really hoping because yeah,
okay.
That's probably better.
I don't think they're doing it outside, but it could be. It could be. Sorry, I'm sorry, guys.
The back patio deal looked really nice.
Look, and I didn't get to go to that one. That was the one Zoe had softball for, so I didn't get to go to that one. So I'm a little upset that I didn't get to check it out. But I assume that it is going to be inside just based on the temperature, because the show itself doesn't start till 8 o'clock.
Right.
It's gonna be chilly. It's it's beginning to come fall in Ohio. Somebody told me that it was going to snow. Somebody told me it was going to snow in like 2 weeks. They were like, the Weather Channel said it was going to snow in 2 weeks. I was like, shut up.
Damn 4-letter words. How dare you?
Yeah, right. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I believe it's going to be inside. But yeah, this is going to be a banger of a show. I'm
actually not sure if I'm going to make this show. I wanted to, but I don't think that's going to happen. We will see.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I believe Tommy will be there. I'm not sure if Colt Johnson will be coming. I know that young Alex said he would be coming out there. Okay. So I know young Alex said he'd be coming out. I'm sure Bobby might, pop out there. We might see Bobby. I know Michelle will be there. The homie Jose will be in the house.
Might be a me only, not a Gen 1. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, Bobby said it'll be in the mid-60s by 8 p.m. that night. Yeah,
dude,
so it'll be
perfect wrestling weather. Perfect wrestling weather. Get those ladies outside in the nice cool air, man.
I mean, hey, we are at the Diamond Royale, so
that's
it
what
would
I'm saying.
Fit the motif.
Just.
I mean, Tony, I need you to put we forgot the Valor Vixens. We had a big mega announcement that was popped up just recently. But he's already in the chat. He's already here. So we're just going to go ahead and bring my boy in. Ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time, please welcome to the
that's right.
Podcast,
that worked out okay, though.
Pedro DeLuca.
Hello, everyone. I am here.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, sir.
You can hear me okay?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We can
coming
hear
to you from the archives down here.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Archives.
Here, I can give you a quick once around.
I was going to say, let's talk here. Let's put Pedro up on top.
Yeah, put Pedro up on top.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
It's everywhere.
Wow.
It's like a store.
Yeah. Do you know like where everything is? Like if someone asks you, hey, okay.
He said, oh God, no.
Like, we moved. Hang on, I'm gonna pull. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't hear anything because I'm half deaf, so I'm gonna move this over here. We moved to this house probably. Wow, I'm really shaky here. Sorry. Let me get better lighting here so I can. Let me grab my Backlash 2018 chair. No, I was not there, but it's whatever. It's cool.
No, that's all right. Tommy's got a couple of those too. The last time I believe I went to Niles Retro Toy Market, Tommy scooped a chair.
All right, that's better? Oh, look there. How's that?
I got a title too though.
Here,
did you turn it off, Mike?
Yeah, I turned it off because Bobby. Well, it was the other way because Bobby said you couldn't see. It was blocking my face.
Yeah, I was trying to flip it.
All right, how's that? Is that better? There, it's better.
Yes. Yeah.
Tommy's. Here we go. The love's coming in for you already. It's about time you have somebody with some class on this
thank you,
show.
Tommy. Thank you, Tommy.
Michelle and Jose both yelled, Pedro.
Pedro.
Yeah, here I am.
So
Okay, so here we are. Yes, let's
In-
get that. Let's get that.
in the archives, let's talk about this archives you
Okay.
have down here. So it looks like you have stuff from all over. I see some AIW titles hanging behind you. That
Yeah,
maybe looks like a
that's-
WWE title back there.
Yeah, somewhere.
Is that an IC title? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
back here. Yeah.
How-
This is the old WCW TV title back here. There's all kinds of stuff in here.
How long have you been collecting for the archives? And if you know, what was the first piece? Like, what started it all?
Well, if you want to get technical, it would be an original LJN Jimmy Hart figure. It was the first wrestling figure I ever owned, and I still have it. It's a little
Okay.
chewed up from a dog, but I still have that figure. That was the first figure I ever bought. I didn't get real serious till, let's see, 96, 97, 98, right around there. The girl I was dating through high school, and after high school we broke up, and we had been dating for 2.5 years, and I'm just kind of like, you know what? I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do those kind of things, so I'm going to put all my money into wrestling crap. So that's what I did. Back in those days, there was a place called Hills that had layaway, and they had
I remember Hills.
an awesome
Yes. My mom used to work at Hills.
wrestling selection all throughout the store. So every month I had a huge layaway at Hills, and the rest is history.
That's where Pedro's lawn clipping. He would be out mowing lawns to pay off his
Yeah.
giveaway
Oh,
stuff.
well, I mean, I've been working since I was 10 years old, so yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I wasted. As you can see, I wasted a lot of money on.
Look, I totally get it. I have boxes in the garage that are full of Funko figures and wrestling figures and just stuff I've collected over the years. I got a question coming in. Jose has a question. He says, have you ever thought about running or promoting your own one-off type of show?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have
Pedro
zero
Championship
interest.
Wrestling.
Zero interest. Now, Jake Clemens and I, we, on one of our many road trips back from IWC in Pittsburgh, we created a card for an imaginary wrestling promotion, and the centerpiece of this card was we was going to have a Royal Rumble, but there was only going to be 5 guys in it. But those 5 guys would have up to 30 different aliases. So we would have like Al Snow there as Shinobi and Leaf Cassidy and all these things. We'd have Mabel there as Viscera and King Mabel. Like, so like a dude would get thrown out, he'd run to the back, change his outfit, and come back out as another character.
So
There was only, like,
essentially,
5 guys.
I was gonna say essentially was that the '98 Rumble where you had all 3 faces of Foley.
Correct. But it was like
Do it over.
it was literally 5 guys, but they did 30 different characters. So,
That's great. That's great.
but no, I have zero interest in promoting my own show. I have enough headaches with the shows that I do work for that I don't want that stress. I only do part of that stress for different places. And no, I have zero interest of Pedro's wrestling. No, absolutely none.
I mean, I totally get it. I see the stress that multiple promoters are running through on show day, especially. So yeah, it's a lot to take on, and I definitely commend the ones that do. Bobby said my virtual boy came from Hills. Tommy said you bought all his GI Joes.
I mean, I definitely had a phase there where I collected a lot of GI Joes. I mean,
I was
like
gonna say that was my next question. Is it just wrestling? Is it
in
just
here,
wrestling?
yes. The only thing that's in here. Well, I take that back. I do have 2 GI Joe figures in my collection still.
Sergeant Slaughter, probably.
Well, I guess if you include Sergeant Slaughter, yes. But I have the rubber Sergeant Slaughter, the LJN ripoff, the mail away. That it's like the holy grail of GI Joe figures. I have that somewhere in my collection. But no, the only 2 figures I have was when they did the 25th anniversary re-release of figures. I have Mutton Junkyard because that was my favorite figure growing up, and then the Snake Eyes with the grenades going across his chest.
Across the chest on the bolo chest.
That was the figure everybody wanted growing up. So I have that in the 25th anniversary in the Mutton Junkyard. That's the only changes. But everything else in here has some tie to professional wrestling.
Okay. Now, I did ask you your first, and I got a couple more questions, and they're trying to touch on it, but I don't want to lose my train of thought because I have ADHD. Now, your first, could you pick a favorite? If you had one item in there that you were like, your house is on fire, Pedro, you got time to save one thing. What are you saving?
All right, everybody, we're gonna get motion sickness here. Hold on.
Let's go.
We're gonna get
Not
motion
only
Knows
does
where
he
this
get to
one
tell
is.
us,
This was
he's gonna show it to
This
us.
is the important one.
All right, hang on. So don't mind my laundry. Oh, I guess I should have turned on the light. Sorry, the lighting is poor here.
Oh, you're fine, buddy.
There's my automatic lights.
Like, I just see figures. He's just walking.
Yeah,
the
there's
hallway, just full of figures.
Okay.
Aisles of stuff.
Let me pull this bad boy out here. So most people know that Demolition is my all-time favorite. Demolition Smash, my all-time favorite wrestler.
I did know that. I remember how happy he was when when I got to meet Demolition with Stabby. Pedro was pumped that they were there.
All right, let me see how I got. So, you guys see this?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
That is a ring-worn Demolition mask that a promoter in New Jersey had specially made. They were coming in for a show. This is really hard to do. And they both signed it, and I got it off eBay. And this is probably one of, if not the most prized possessions. As far as local stuff, let me see if I can do this. It's probably this. This is the Great Lakes Championship Wrestling Light Heavyweight Championship, or Junior Heavyweight Championship. It was held by a guy named Tony Paradise. He got into a little bit of trouble. Don't Google him. Please don't Google him. He got in a little bit of trouble. He knew I liked autographs because I was always at Cleveland All Pro Wrestling shows. He sold me this belt, and you probably can't see from this picture, but on the back, it's signed by like everybody. Buff Bagwell, Arn Anderson, Chris Benoit, El Gigante, Flying Brian Pillman, Triple H, Harley Race, Ricky Morton, Honky Tonk Man, King Kong Bundy, Ric Flair. I mean, anybody and everybody that came through the Cleveland in the late 90s has signed this belt on the back. So
that's insane.
Local history, that's probably the coolest thing I have. So I gotta get.
No,
wow.
You're good.
I'm sorry, viewers. You are probably all very nauseous right now.
No, yeah, you got flipped upside down for a second.
Yeah.
No, that's insanely cool. That is probably one of my favorite things about being your Facebook friend, is that the Cleveland All Pro Wrestling pictures that you post up, or just pictures of like stuff in the archive. You're like, hey, today here's the archive, and we're gonna talk about this, and it's, you got figures or Uno cards from WWE or WWF, and I'm like, just that's insane type stuff, and it's just really cool to see. Like, again, the Cleveland All Pro pictures, when you post pictures, I said stuff before we got you on, but like Brandon's in there, BX is in there, and Dio Salvador, a young Dio Salvador, which is insane to see.
Well, very, very soon, like I have to plan this stuff out because I have to scan all these pictures in from old photo albums, but there is a very old Mega Championship Wrestling event that's going to be coming up here in the next couple days. So you're going to see a lot of guys in that.
Okay.
Like young Chris Cole, young Sean Blaze, young Brandon X, young, Luis Diamante. I mean, just some old names from Mega. So that's coming in the next couple days.
I can't wait. I train with most of those guys.
Okay.
With Luis Diamante and things. Yeah.
All right,
So
I can't leave Bobby's question unannounced. Back to the Pedro, potentially Pedro Championship Wrestling. Bobby says maybe you can book our next 4th of July cookout show.
I believe I was
and then
heavily involved in that.
Tommy piggybacks off of it and says, "What about partnering up with somebody?"
I mean, if we want to have some more fun on 4th of July, I'm always down. That was a lot of fun, 4th of July.
That was a lot of fun.
That whole summer was a lot of fun because we did Colossal Con, which was just the funnest thing I've ever done in professional wrestling. And then we have the 4th of July where I had to put Brandon X on suicide watch because he was literally crying on. There's pictures of him crying on my shoulder because of the show on the 4th of July.
Hey,
So,
nobody else seen it, so
No
it's
one will
fine.
ever see it.
until I post it. Until I post it.
Jose's coming in. This is a solid question as well. It says, Pedro, can you talk about your transition from being a fan in the crowd and buying a ticket to taking photographs at shows and how you parlayed that into being booked for gigs?
It was very much right place at the right time. So because I always sat front row at Cleveland All Pro, me and my wife, we would sit with Chandler Biggins, Drew Taylor, who became a referee throughout Ohio and West Virginia, and another guy we called Big F and Tom, who was one of the founders of Toy Ohio, Tom Troll. We all sat together every show. We were always in the front row together, and because I was a respectful fan, I didn't really like do anything negative, and I guess because I seemed like kind of a decent normal person, JT Lightning took a liking to me and began asking me to pick up wrestlers at the airport because he knew I lived close to Akron Canton Airport. So it was a lot cheaper back then to fly guys into Akron Canton Airport and then just have somebody drive them up to Cleveland. So I drove Marty Jannetty, Billy Gunn, Buff Bagwell, Sumi Sakai, I think a few other ones. So having done that, I kind of got to skip the line waiting outside, with all the other fans. JT would pull me inside, and I became friends with a lot of guys like Darren the Dish Davenport, because he ran the door for JT, Sean Blaze, Eric Ryan, all these guys were just kind of always hanging out at shows. I kind of befriended them. And then because of my personal friendship with Chandler Biggins, when AIW began, Chandler Biggins invited me to an AIW show. I did it. I went. Some things happened at that show. I'm like, this just isn't for me. I'm just going to stick with Cleveland All Pro. He convinced me to come back to another show. Sorry, I'm losing my earpiece. I went back to another show, and then I never left. I just was taking pictures for AIW. I became part of the ring crew, eventually took over the ring crew. And then it just so happened we were all set up for a show, and a couple wrestlers were there, Patrick Hayes and Kano Josh Emanuel. They were kind of goofing around in the ring, and I was just being goofy doing like a Howard Finkel impersonation. Well, it just so happened that night the ring announcer didn't show up, and Patrick Hayes and Josh Emanuel was like, well, have him do it. He's pretty good at it. So basically off just of a generic Howard Finkel impersonation, from behind the curtain, I announced the first AIW Battle Bowl, and immediately just started getting bookings from that. Worked for Hard Knock Wrestling. Began for Mega. I mean, it was just boom, 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 and to the point where at one point I was the ring announcer for 17 different promotions in the 5-state area. Oh yeah, I never had a Friday or Saturday, which was okay because my wife was getting her master's in nursing at the time, so she was always at work or school or free work, so it gave me something to do on the weekends. And I remember there was a July one year, I did 21 shows in the month of July that year.
Wow.
And it was just like, I got this, like, what they called chronic bronchitis from announcing so much.
Like, I've seen Pedro. Pedro's always got a thing of Ludens on him. Every time.
Yeah, like people make fun of me. They're like, they're not candy. I'm like, yeah, but I have to have these. I'll either have a bag of sugar-free Ludens or a bag of Fireballs, because those are the only things that help my throat. And back then, I got this chronic bronchitis, or laryngitis, I should say, and I would just like be talking to somebody, and like this ball of goop would just come up out of my throat, and it'd be kind of embarrassing because like I'm like choking on it as I'm talking to people. And that's when I had to start scaling back, because I was literally shredding my vocal cords.
Killing yourself. Yeah.
So
you're like a concert artist and shit out here.
Right. Exactly. So like somewhere between 2011 and 2014, I really scaled back. and basically only doing, I say a handful of shows, but still, even just doing 5 shows, that's still 5 shows a month. I'm still shredding my vocal cords. So to answer the question from Jose, it was just perfect timing, being a good dude, and being in the right place at the right time.
Tommy in the chat said, "I am always a respectful fan."
False. False.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Tommy, I'm just gonna rewind to like 2 weeks ago in Parma. Think about what you just said. Think about it.
I know.
Go
Tommy.
stand in the corner, Tommy.
He's never allowed out.
And it's crazy though, Pedro, that's kind of like essentially your story, because I kind of have the same kind of way there. I sat at front row for Mega forever and ever and ever. Oh my God, Tommy! He said Bubba Jackson's mom would disagree.
No, it was Bobby.
That was Bobby. Bobby said Bubba Jackson's
in the
mom
corner,
would
too.
disagree. Tommy, I saw Tommy's name at the end of it, and I thought it was his
Yeah.
comment. Yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
no,
man.
I had the same kind of concept. I went and tried out for Mega Championship Wrestling, and then like it was kind of just I didn't have the ways to do it at that time, And
Right.
then one night Brandon just kind of called me like, "Hey, you want to do commentary?" And I kind of transitioned from commentary to now I'm the referee, and it's awesome. It's a great little way in. Like, I went from being the fan that stood in line to now I'm, got pulled in because I was helping set stuff up and set up the ring and stuff like that.
And that's the case for a lot of guys. But I mean, I feel very fortunate because of who I was surrounded with. Because to get the blessing of JT Lightning was kind of a big deal, because JT was considered the godfather of Ohio wrestling.
I've heard. I've never got to see. I know his daughter. I'm familiar with his daughter, and so I've only got to see clips. I've only got to see old videos and stuff like that.
I've met him twice. I met him twice. I want to say once after I had a match. My second match was with Eric Ryan at the 10th anniversary Mega Show.
Okay.
It was my second match ever. I came to the back and he said, "Hey," and everybody was like very happy with what I did. He's like, "Hey, I didn't watch your match, but and gave me some advice. Without even watching it, gave me some advice." Mm-hmm. But just from that experience, I knew he was
he knew his shit.
Yeah.
JT could get you places, or JT could get you away from places.
Mm-hmm.
And I was fortunate that he liked me. I know later on in my career, when I kind of went to his rival Prime Wrestling, or PWO, there was some hurt feelings there, but we eventually mended fences, and I'm very grateful because JT gave me a lot of stuff for the archives. Right before he passed, he gave me just a massive stack of old rainbow cardboard posters from old Cleveland All-Pro shows and other shows that he had been on. He loved Brad Armstrong for some reason. Like, Brad Armstrong was his favorite wrestler. He gave me all these, like, I have every Brad Armstrong match ever, I'm almost positive, on DVD. Because it was literally like 15 different DVDs. So it has to be like every Brad Armstrong match ever, from UWF all the way to WCW. So, I mean, but just, and then not just the physical stuff, but like the memories, getting to take Marty Jannetty out after the show, and we go from Cleveland and end up at Belden Village, and we're watching New Year's Revolution, and that was the pay-per-view where Shawn Michaels was the special guest referee, and he's in those super short shorts, and I'm sitting here with Marty Jannetty. Marty Jannetty's just like ripping on Shawn Michaels, and like people are starting to realize, like, wait a minute, that's freaking Marty Jannetty.
That's fucking Marty Jannetty right there talking shit.
Pay-per-view in Belden Village. Fucking Marty Jannetty sitting over there. Like it was pretty cool. So I not only do I owe my career to JT Lightning and specifically Chandler Biggins and John Thorne, because they gave me the opportunity to ring announce, but just make yourself available, and just be cool, and don't be weird. Like, don't be that creepy fan. Like, hey, I'll pick up the wrestlers at the airport. No,
there's so many of them too, dude.
Right. Just
so
be human. Like, that's all you got to do.
Like there's so many that just kind of hang around after shows, I've noticed, and they're
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
waiting for especially the female wrestlers to come
Right.
out. Like, dude, just go home.
Right.
Get out of here. There's
Buy their merch, support them that way.
They came out at halftime. Like they came out at halftime.
Right.
Why weren't
They
you
don't
over here
want you
getting
to
your
walk
picture?
into their car. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. So yeah.
Michelle said JT was a very intense guy. He was hard on some people, but he was a real one.
JT was the most intimidating person you'll ever meet in your life. He had a very booming voice. Obviously, he was a professional wrestler. He wasn't overly muscular, but he was stocky. But everybody knew JT was a shooter, so everybody knew that you piss him off, he's going to break your arm or your leg or your neck, or don't mess with JT. But also because of JT's connections, because Ring of Honor would come use his license when they came to town. They would use his ring. All these other big promotions, when they came to town, JT was like the local promoter to get them things. So if you pissed off JT Lightning, you could very well be blackballed everywhere.
Yeah.
So to be on JT's good side was a very good thing.
In his good graces was the place to be, for
Yeah.
sure. But no, again, I relate. I feel that way about Brandon. I've known Brandon for about 6-7 years now, and Brandon is still very, very intimidating at times. There's times where I'm like,
look, I mean,
I caught Brandon at the very tail end of his wrestling career was when I first came to Mega. Like he was already in the GM role, but he was still wrestling 3 or 4 times a year.
But see, Brandon comes from that generation under JT though too.
Yeah.
So you have to be a hard body, because we all know, we've all been in wrestling locker rooms. You give the boys an inch, they're going to take a mile. There has to be that enforcer type, and for better or worse, JT, Brandon, Jason Bain, Ricky Shane.
I've seen him wrestle. I've seen him wrestle at AIW.
They were the
fucking
enforcers
huge
around here. So I mean, and luckily I was in good graces with most of them. So
hell yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Like it just sounds like you've had such a you've been. I know you've done so much. I've seen you announce some crazy awesome people. From coming to AIW shows. I remember one show, and I know you remember this very vividly, where Sandman, I can't remember who he hit, but he hit somebody over the head, Pedro, and this cane was about this far from your head.
It was Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham.
Yes, because he was trying to preach. That's right. And
I could feel the wind resistance right past my face, and I'm like, oh God, I almost just died right there.
It was intense. But on that, like, who has been somebody that you've gotten a chance to introduce? I know, probably Demolition, but like that you saw as a kid, or that you've seen go on now to bigger and better things.
Okay, I've kind of shared this story on another podcast, but I'll share it here too, because it would be Ric Flair.
Okay.
So it was at IWC for one of the Night of Superstars, and so Chuck Roberts is actually the ring announcer who didn't show up where I got the gig. And then when the big split of AIW and Firestorm happened, Chuck went with Firestorm. I stayed with AIW, although I did work with Firestorm as a commentator. But so me and Chuck had this like brotherly rivalry kind of thing going on. So when he took over IWC from Norm Connors, he brought me in because he just couldn't be the ring announcer and run the shows anymore. So we did this Night of Superstars, and Ric Flair was supposed to do like a promo to kick off the show for this big battle royal. So I go out, and in the notes it says introduce Chuck Roberts before Ric Flair comes out. I'm like, this guy is going to steal Ric Flair's announcement from me. I know what he's doing.
Yeah, he wants the little pop, and then he's going to say he got Ric Flair to come.
So I run through the show open, the ground rules, all this stuff. I do the countdown. Everybody's happy. Please welcome Chuck Roberts, IWC owner, gentleman, whatever he was at that time. He comes out and he's got this big old grin on his face, and he gets in the ring and he gives me this bro hug, and he just like taps me on the shoulder. He looks me dead in the eye, and I know at that point I'm like, he is gonna steal Ric Flair from me. I'm like, okay, I can play this game too. So I march my happy butt over and I just stand in the corner because that's what the ring announcer does. I'm just posted up in the corner, standing there. And Chuck Roberts like, ladies and gentlemen, 16-time world champion, Hall of Famer, blah, 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 Ric Flair. Ric Flair comes out. Chuck makes the mistake. Chuck gets out of the ring. I stay in the ring. Ric Flair does his promo, has no idea what he's there for. All he knows is he's supposed to introduce this battle royal. So Ric Flair looks at me, and he's like, you can do this better than I can, kid. Kind of comes over, gives me this awkward bro hug, and I get to announce the 16-time world champion Hall of Famer Ric Flair as he leaves the ring, and I'm just glaring at Chuck Roberts like, yeah, you didn't get it, buddy. I got it. And then I got
the bro hug.
I got
Ric
the bro
Flair.
hug. You got nothing, Chuck Roberts.
That's phenomenal, dude.
But there's been, I mean, yeah, I'd say Ric Flair. I've gotten to announce Bret Hart a couple times. That was cool.
That's cool.
Mankind,
Whatever.
Roddy Piper.
That's cool.
There was a show I did. It's called Heroes and Legends out in Indianapolis. Gregory Iron got me on the show because Demolition was there, and that was when I got to actually announce for Demolition. But like, you name it, they were on this show. Like Bret Hart, Brutus Beefcake, Ron Simmons, Tatanka.
I love Tatanka.
Oh my God, who all was on that show? Demolition. The main event had Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Demolition, Virgil.
Of course, Virgil.
There was 5 legends on one side and then like local guys on the other side. But like every match on that card had a legend in it. Plus there was just random legends all around this ice rink just doing meet and greets.
I was gonna say, that sounds like they do
wow.
a show like that down in like Chillicothe or something.
Yeah, think like Chillicothe but bigger. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was gonna say I've seen them kind of shows and like on the poster it's got 40 former superstars and some legends and all kinds of stuff. And like, yeah, I think we were gonna go down there last year with Tommy, but we ended up getting booked for shows and stuff. So, Jose has another question for you, Pedro. He says, what is your win-loss record as a professional wrestler?
Oh. My only loss is to the bouncer.
Wow.
Is that like a pinfall loss though? If you're in a fatal four-way, and you don't get pinned, does it count?
No, it was a straight singles match. No, I take that back.
Or battle royal, does it count?
The only battle royal I've ever been in, I eliminated myself because I was chasing Jake Clemens. But that was for storyline reasons. I take that back. Patrick Hayes beat me somewhere in Pennsylvania. I was stupid enough to do a hardcore match with Patrick Hayes. He was the Vicious Outcast Wrestling hardcore champion or something. Somehow I got put in a match with him as the ring announcer.
Well, the people of the Piledriver know, they all know that I'm not the biggest Patrick Hayes fan. But I will vouch and say that I have seen Patrick Hayes, especially in that match against Ashton Day for the NEOPro Championship. They lit each other on fire with some crackers, and like it was insane. And so I definitely can vouch for his, his hardcore style.
Acumen, yeah.
Let me just tell you, kendo sticks suck. All right, and especially when you don't take the little red threads off of them to loosen them up a little bit. It's like getting hit with a baseball bat. One of these days, I will find the pictures of the aftermath of that match.
When I put the comments up, Pedro, can you see them?
I cannot.
Like, can you see that or no?
Oh, Pedro. Hey, Brandon X, you're spilling the tea there. You keep those comments to yourself, Brandon X. You don't secretly own every promotion in Ohio yet. And just for the record, I know this is going to hurt Tommy's feelings, but I'm pretty sure after the 4th of July, I own 51% of Mega Championship Wrestling. You just
Oh,
gave it to
oh.
me.
That may have happened.
You might not remember
I
that.
I don't remember. We were probably like cooking glizzies on the grill or something.
I was
I'm
out
pretty sure he
cold.
gave me 51%. Yeah.
Now let's talk about some new stuff. Let's
Okay.
talk about this weekend, Pedro. Let's talk about NEOPro Championship Wrestling and the return to the Diamond Royale.
Yeah, sorry, I shot our load prematurely.
Oh. I will be at the door. Oh, all right. There's a nice little post. Oh, that's a little risque poster there.
I got the whole match card. We're gonna
Okay, let's go through the
whole
matches.
match card.
We'll run it down.
Right. We have no idea what order. I just pulled this off the site,
Yeah.
so I don't know what order they're going to go in. We have the Divine Pro Wrestling Championship will be on the line as Storm Garcon takes on Ava Brooks.
Now, Storm Garcon, I have seen their work in Mega a while back in the Baddies division. Very strong presence. Ava Brooks is really blowing up on the local scene, so this should be an outstanding contest. For whatever reason, every time I open up Facebook, there's something about Ava Brooks wrestling somewhere, doing something. So
she is all
she's
over the place.
obviously
She
doing
just
something
came
right.
back from Cali. We met her. I met her. I know at RSW at a show down in their one of their West Virginia shows down at Charleston. I know she came in and I got to meet her. I got to meet her whole little posse. Her mom and dad, I believe she just turned 18. She's young into this business.
Okay.
Her mom and dad, they essentially, they are driving her everywhere. They're working on the road. I was talking to her mom. She's able to work remotely and fully support Ava's wrestling career, and she's killing it.
That's incredible.
Like you said, she's all over the place.
Everywhere you look is Ava Brooks. So yeah, I'm excited. I hope I can at least peek in, because where I'm at the door, I can't see none of the show, but I hope I can at least peek in and see them. I don't get to see anything. So.
And then Storm will be putting that Divine Pro Wrestling Championship on the line. Divine, a company out in Michigan, based out in Michigan.
They're making some noise up there at Divine.
Their Sapphire. That's their Sapphire series, correct?
I can't.
I believe it was I believe they were the ones that were doing the Sapphire series.
Yes.
Oh yeah. We had the owner on.
Yes, we had Ethan on with us. He was hanging out with us. Yeah, before the show. Tommy wants to know, why the fuck are you at the door? And
because I'm the only responsible adult, I guess.
And Jose tagged Jason, I'm assuming.
Oh God.
I'm a responsible adult and I have to take care of it.
We didn't start anything. This is all comments.
So originally, when Last Call was announced, it seemed as if it was going to be an all-female based show, and then we come to find out they were just kind of more focusing on their women's division, which is awesome, perfect. But there were some matches added. J-Rock, I believe this is his NEOPro debut.
No, he's been there. He's been there before.
Okay.
Not his debut. He's been there before.
Okay. Well, I know J-Rock, and J-Rock is insane with this, but Izzy also brings along Cherry to every party.
And Izzy is just coming back from a devastating injury, and he came back bigger, meaner, tougher, and stronger. Like, he's in the best shape I've ever seen him in. And I've known Izzy for many, many, many years. And you want to put Izzy Lambert in an anything goes match? I know J-Rock's been around for a long time, but come on now. Why would you want to go up against Izzy Lambert in an anything goes match when he's got a lot to prove to get into the championship mix in NEOPro Wrestling?
And I agree, and he has been kind of making waves. I seen him, I want to say it was at the OCW show, Pedro, I believe we were in Barberton, and that was my first time seeing him back since his injury, and he came back and he was kind of working in the ring a little bit.
Yep,
and he looks
Colton Quinn,
great. He looks great. So I'm excited for this match.
Massive human being too.
Izzy's got to watch out for that pile driver though. So
can J-Rock get him up for it? Izzy's a big dude.
One time.
Give it
up one time.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Making their NEOPro debut, the team of the Goons.
I don't know much about the Goons.
They look interesting.
I tried to look them up, and I couldn't find much either.
Kind of got like a female Public Enemy vibe to them here. Maybe
Yeah, that's
Smash Master Wrestling Tag Team Championships.
all right. Well, they must be pretty good if they got
Okay.
the championships. So,
no. The Riot Act is the champions.
Riot Act is okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
So
Okay.
Angel Metro and her partner. Dude, I had her name on the tip of my tongue. I'm gonna pop her up her Instagram, so it'll be right there too.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Anyways, Angel Metro and her, I'm gonna find it while we're talking. Angel Metro and her partner are going up against the Goons, defending those titles. It's not here. Her name's not
You
here.
said,
Robles.
yeah, no disqualification. Everything's anything goes, right?
Well,
Yes.
let's just look at it from a different aspect. Just the sheer novelty of an all women's tag team match on the indie circuit. It's not something you see very often at all.
No.
No.
So that kind of a coup for NEOPro Wrestling to have an all women tag team matchup on the indie scene.
Well, I know the last time we saw Angel at the Diamond Royale, she was using everything in her vicinity, including the stripper poles, to throw some offensive moves around.
So is
Is
that
it
gonna be a
Riley
home field
Crow?
advantage?
No, that is not Riley. That's Nahir Robles.
Okay.
At least that's what it says on her Instagram.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you say that. I missed it.
Yeah. But I've followed her. I'm actually excited. I've seen her on Instagram before when I first found Angel Metro when she first came to NEOPro a year and a half ago or whatever. And then I, followed her on Instagram. She came on the podcast before and she was telling us about her New Jersey, extravaganzas out there and her death match wrestling and all that stuff. And that was how I found her teammates, essentially, Riley Crow and Nahir Robles. So I'm excited to see Nahir coming in here, making her NEOPro debut, along with the Goons, like Pedro said, an all-women tag team match. This is, especially anything goes, everything in the show is no DQ, but the IW Guide Championship will be on the line.
Okay.
I don't know.
This
Hold
one
on.
I can give some expert analysis on because I know both of these gentlemen very, very well.
I think it's just a champion showcase. Neither title's on the line.
No, I think
both
it's
men
just...
are champions. Yes.
Oh, correct.
So
yes.
It's just Mikey versus Trey, but Trey is the Great Lakes NEOPro Great Lakes champion, and Mikey is the IW Guide Heavyweight champion.
Correct. Now,
Uncle Wilbur said we're keeping you up past your bedtime.
You are keeping me up past my bedtime. It's true. Wilbur, it's past your bedtime too, so don't lie. Don't lie. Trey Lamar and Mikey Montgomery. Both of these young men, I have been a part of their career for a very long time. Both young men trained at the AIW Academy. Both have made great strides in the last several years. Trey Lamar is one of the most physically gifted athletes you will ever see. Mikey Montgomery wrestles a style that showcases his heart. He out wrestles his body type. Let me say it.
I agree with that statement.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
When these two collide, they are. This match has the full opportunity to steal the show. Let me put it that way.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know if this is going to be the main event or not. It probably.
I'm gonna guess no. The NEOPro Women's Championship will be on the line.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say it's gonna be very hard to follow these two men, whoever has to, because.
In my opinion, this is when you start the show with.
These two,
right,
both
or after intermission, or
massive strikers, massive aerial assault men. I mean that the top rope flying elbow drop by Trey Lamar and all his springboarding. Mikey Montgomery.
I was say Mikey be flipping and flying too, though.
Flipping and flying.
Well,
I mean, this is.
That's where you see Lamar have the power over Montgomery. He doesn't necessarily always have the power game, but definitely in this match he's going to.
But Mikey Montgomery has a long history of slaying giants, so don't put the power on as the overall thing here, because
right,
these men know each other very, very well.
I'm just saying, the last time we went to the Diamond, or I went to the Diamond Royale, I seen Vic Vice come flying off that second-story balcony. So,
let's just be glad this is inside and not outside, because if it's outside, they might come off the roof.
There's a lot to jump off.
There's a lot to jump off, yeah.
No, I agree. This could be a match of the night. This match.
I don't know.
This match, again, has potential to be match of the night. NEOPro's first ever intergender tag team match.
All right, so full disclosure here, I have a vested interest in this match. I consider
the kids on the left are Pedro's kids.
Well, and Adam Wick. Wick, Maximilian, Heather Blue, those are Pedro's kids. I absolutely love those three. MJ Santana, yes, she's one of my kids too. Has been really coming on strong, been doing a lot of noise all over the indie circuit. But Heather Blue, Maximilian, and Adam Wick, those are my kids. And I love when I pull up to a show and I see those three busting their butts, helping out whatever they can, doing it the right way, making towns, not even booked, just showing face.
Just hanging out.
These kids show everybody they want it, and they can back it up in the ring too. So,
I agree 120%.
I'm going to respectfully decline. I'm going to respectfully decline saying anything more on this match because I don't want any of my kids getting hurt. And I just hope they all have fun.
I'm not as familiar with MJ Santana. I believe she was at this show with Jay Lethal. Am I correct?
MJ Santana, she's been around a lot lately.
I think I've only seen her once, maybe twice, and I believe it was at AIW at the show with Jay Lethal just recently, when just this past 6 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that.
I believe she was there. I know she did the North Canton loop also. She's wrestled a few times for AIW. Wrestled Jocelyn. Wrestled.
Okay. See, Michelle said
Michelle just said that.
Yep.
Wrestled Heather Blue.
She's the only one I'm not as familiar with. Like you said, these other three I fell in love with the first time I saw them, dude. And I saw them wrestle, and they were killing it. Maximilian has been at Mega on the last 2 shows. Unfortunately, he hasn't been able to pick up a victory, but he is more than willing to put his body on the line to try and pick up that victory.
And Adam Wick just put on a banger against Colt Johnson in the main event at Humble Pie.
To the point where
Heather
Colt
Blue just picked up the baddies title.
To the point where Colt Johnson had to just blatantly use a can of Bucked Up to get the disqualification and retain his title. I think he was a little scared of Adam Wick.
Well, I'll even go one step further. Do you guys remember back at Colossal Con?
Yes.
Adam's match with
I was at the
Sadie
World
Suicide?
Series.
Yeah, they killed it there too, man.
I heard Adam Wick and Sadie killed it.
Killed it.
Unbelievable. Those words shouldn't be coming out of my mouth, but
right.
We're having Tommy needs to leave the chat in this one because Tommy was being very inappropriate at Colossal Con.
Well, it was easy to during that match, but
we were all having a little bit too much fun. But then that match happened, and we're all like, "Oh wait, this is actually really good. We should probably stop clowning around here because this is great character work. This has gotten this whole Colossal Con that aren't wrestling fans on the edge of their seats, and they are killing it in the ring right now. So, Adam Wick, he's one to keep your eye on seriously for the next couple years.
He knows.
You're going to see that boy doing some good things.
Yeah,
I will just go ahead and
he just got married.
I was going to say shout out, congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Effin Wick.
Yeah, he's probably coming back from Tennessee for
Saturday or something. He did.
He was on his honeymoon. So congratulations to them. And yes, I heard Tony say it, but I don't feel like it got enough oomph. Also in this match, our new Mega Baddies champion.
Absolutely,
Heather
and I
Blue.
can't. As soon as I saw the result, I messaged her and told her how proud I was of her because I can't stress to you guys enough how many times where it's 1:00 in the morning and I have to go to them and say, "Go home. You live in Michigan. Go home.
You have a 3 to 4 hour drive. Go home.
Right. Go home." But we're not done. I'm like, "You are done."
That's
home.
That's how it was. That's how it was at Humble Pie, dude. That's how it was at Humble Pie. They were there, and after the show, and we were just like, y'all are good, dude. We got this. Go.
Yeah. Like, we're going.
Go
ahead.
They look like they're like disappointed. They're like, no, but we don't want to go home. We want to stay.
Like, yeah, we weren't helping enough. Like, you're fine.
No,
I'm pretty sure that this will be the main event of the evening, Pedro.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty good main event.
That's a good main event.
NEOPro Women's Championship on the line in a speakeasy street fight, as Big Al, the current JCW Women's Champion, comes in to try to take it from the newly crowned NEOPro Women's Champion, Jocelyn Navarro.
Okay, so let's look at it from this aspect. Big Al is physically imposing. Most of the time, she has the strength advantage in the matches that she's in. I don't know that she would have it in this particular
Not in this
contest.
one. I don't think so in this one either. But again,
just the sheer presence of Alice Crowley, her experience, her work, all over the country. She was just the last time AEW was in town, she was one of the belt presenters for Kyle Fletcher. Do I think she'll slap Jocelyn? Absolutely, she'll slap Jocelyn, and Jocelyn will slap her right back. I mean, if you're referring to the power slap thing, I've been playfully slapped by Jocelyn Navarro, and it's not fun. So even though Alice Crowley has been on power slap, I don't know that I would slap Jocelyn Navarro.
Yeah.
That's just... I'm going to go ahead and go on record now and tell Ms. Navarro that I know something is going to happen in this match where you're going to have to go to HR on Monday at 9 a.m., our usual standard 9 a.m. meeting on Mondays. Keep it clean, Jocelyn. Wear some clothes. For those of you that don't know, Jocelyn and I have a very much love-hate relationship, especially on Facebook. She has called me a bully numerous times, only because I'm trying to save her from HR blunders.
Okay.
So if you guys are always wondering, if you guys are seeing this and wondering why Jocelyn and I are always yelling at each other, it's because I'm actually trying to save her from being canceled or blackballed or something like that. But
it's an easy thing to do these days, right?
It's very easy, but it just turns into I'm a bully, and we have to have a meeting in the Human Resources office at 9 a.m. on Mondays. It's a standing invitation. Yeah. But this match is going to tear the house down. Am I allowed to cuss on your podcast? I don't want to be crass.
No, you're allowed.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are going to beat the shit out of each other. Hands down, they are going to beat the shit out of each other. And yeah.
I think the craziest part about it to me is, like, we know every time we've been, it says it right under the name of the show. The name of the show's Last Call, but it says it right under the Extreme match, right? So we know that it's extreme. Every time we've been at the Diamond Royale, every match has always been, no rules, Pedro. I think it speaks volume that they felt the need to give this match its own stipulation name. Like, this is a speakeasy street fight already inside of an extreme show.
So wait, does that mean they can go out in the parking lot?
That's what I was thinking. They're going to go outside, man.
I will be making my NEOPro referee debut at this show. If they
this is your job.
If they go out into the parking lot, that's where I'm counting the 3.
Jocelyn, I swear on all that is holy, I know you know my truck. If you head towards my truck, I will come after you. I know what you're going to do. Do not touch my truck.
Paulie the Hammer in the chat saying Pedro. He's excited to see you.
Well, thank you, Paulie. I miss you,
But yes, this show will be a banger this Saturday, the 4th of October at the Diamond Royale in Canton, Ohio. Doors are at 7. The bell starts at 8.
It's doors at 7. Oh, that's
yeah. It
is
that's
past my bedtime.
18 and older show. So
and fans, if you are coming to this show, do us all a favor. Have your IDs ready. Like, you're coming to an adult establishment, you should know you have to have your ID to get in.
Especially if you want to drink alcohol.
Right. So please have your IDs. There's ample parking there. There's businesses all around if the parking lot fills up. There's no reason not to come to this show. If your significant other is worried about what you're going to see there, this is a professional wrestling show. There's not going to be any nudity flaunted around about. Trust me, I had to have this conversation with my own wife,
Yep.
as did several other performers and staff and crew. This is going to be all on the up and up. This is a 18 and over show, but this is also going to be a serious professional wrestling event. Do not think in any way you're going to go in there and you're going to see mud wrestling or hot wax wrestling or anything like that. No, this is going to be professional wrestling in a different setting, but it's still going to be NEOPro Wrestling, professional wrestling.
Yeah, the name of the show hasn't changed just because of the venue has changed.
Correct. So if you're coming for the naughty stuff, you're going to want to go on a different night, because it's not going to be naughty stuff.
I agree with the guys in the chat, Bobby and Tommy, both saying IDs and deodorant, please.
Yes.
It
gets hot in there. It's a little bit close quarters sometimes.
Yeah, so make sure you wear your deodorants. Like I said, doors at 7, bell times at 8. And I think this is probably one of my favorite things, too, about this show, real quick before we get out of here, Pedro, is that all tickets are $25. There's not seating. I mean, there is seating, right?
There's booth seating away from the ring.
If you want to, you can stand right up on the ring.
Yep.
Yes. Like,
and that is,
school.
Dude,
we were banging on the mat.
It was
so good.
Such a cool thing about it. Such a cool aspect of it. I love that part. So if you ever wanted to get up close and personal to the action, essentially this is as close as you can get.
Mind your security people around you. Watch, make sure you do what they say. And
Nick, Donald, my boy Ivan. Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah, if you behave, we'll behave. That's what
Brazzy's in the chat. Brazzy said, I can't wear a sombrero thong. No, you can't.
I mean, they have a little boutique there. They might sell them there.
They might sell one for you, Brazzy. But Pedro, I want to thank you so much for joining us, man, and hanging out with us. Thank you for inviting us into a little bit of the archive. That's definitely awesome. It's
whenever
always
you guys
a joy.
want to have you back, we'll go through a little more.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Anytime. You let me know when you got the time, brother.
I'd love
to we could do a full rundown when we don't have shows on the weekend, and we could,
Yeah, when is that?
I mean,
when do we not have shows on the weekend? So, although October is kind of light this year.
I was gonna say October's kind of light. I think we got a next weekend. I don't think we have anything, and then the weekend after we're getting ready for RSW on the 18th.
I'm trying to.
running on the 18th also.
We're trying to hit that.
In West Virginia, we'll go over their card. I don't know if I'll be headed down. I know Brazzy's going down. Oh, and then that is correct. On October 18th, we might be caravanning. I forgot about this. We might be caravanning up to XICW to support our friends Maximilian, Heather Blue, Adam Wick.
They have a 6-man tag, I believe.
Yeah, it is their 25th anniversary show up there.
Oh, nice. Because NEOPro's running the 18th too, right?
Are they?
I believe so. They might be.
Yeah, I think they're running the 18th in Massillon. AIW's running the 18th.
Wow.
Shoot's running the 18th. XICW's running. Oh, that's a lot of wrestling on one day.
Well, XICW has Simon Gotch, Trey Miguel, Killer Cross, Scarlett. They've packed the house for their 25th
Jimmy
anniversary
Jacobs
show up there. Jimmy Jacobs.
Now you know that Scarlett, when she first started out, she did a lot of stuff for Mega, right?
I know. We've heard.
Did she really? I didn't hear that.
She did.
That's fucking awesome.
I have her earliest promo pictures because I took them at Mega.
Dude.
You're going to have that out ready for the archive. We're going to need more Mega stuff.
You hearing that, Tommy, in the chat?
We're going to set something
Where's
up,
Brandon
Pedro,
still
so you
in
can
the chat?
go through the stuff through the archives. But yes, as they're saying it in the chat, Pedro, we love you, my friend. It is always a pleasure to work with you. And
I appreciate
it was a pleasure having you on the show tonight, man.
Anytime, guys. I'm always available. I don't do much. Except on the weekend.
Well, you'll see Pedro this weekend if you come out to the Diamond Royale. We'll be hanging out. So thank you guys for joining us in the chat. Thank you guys for all your questions. We appreciate you so much. We know we're an hour, 2 hours behind. Go watch Raw if you didn't watch it yet.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Do we want to pop up that turmoil thing?
Oh, yes, real quick.
Gosh,
I forgot.
Support the product. Jeez.
I forgot. Well, I forgot. It's starting. It's starting this week. It's new.
Where is it? I got it. Here we go.
This week on Turmoil, it was just announced. The Tournament of Valor starting on Thursday night, we will have a tournament that culminates on November 15th at Valor and Vixens, with the winner facing Joshua Bishop for the Mega Heavyweight Championship.
That's the prize?
That's the prize.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Yeah, none of these guys were jumping at the opportunity to be in this tournament, right?
I've seen fans get their arms dislocated from their shoulder as he's coming through the curtain slapping hands. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a prize.
I mean, but yeah, you see it there. First round, I believe, begins off on Thursday, this Thursday on Turmoil. But the first round matchups, you have Chris Onyx going against Brian Convell. You have Aaron Alloway going up against Shapiro, and then you have Kalam versus Wrath. As Kalam tries to make
it is this week
threat.
is Onyx versus Convell. Is the first
Okay.
match.
So kicking it off strong, the Mega God versus the Cutthroat this week on Turmoil. Make sure you tune in to Turmoil on Mega Championship Wrestling's Facebook page, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, all the things.
All the things.
8 o'clock on Thursday night. Once again, Pedro, thank you, my friend. We appreciate
Thank you,
it
sir.
so much. We will
Well done,
see
man.
everybody hopefully this Saturday at the Diamond Royale.
Night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.